When I'm talking about pure football knowledge, I want you to pay attention to this. This is what? Pure football knowledge. Don't be by cho.
You really shouldn't look at football like this because it doesn't work like that. It's not just about the numbers. If you have a player in your team that is scoring a lot of goals, that doesn't necessarily benefit the entire team because you can have somebody that's scoring a lot of goals, yet you as a team is not scoring goals. You as a team can actually get worse sometimes. And let me show you. This was Man City 21-22. Absolutely stupidly dominant team. They got 93 points and they scored 99 goals. They were a machine. They were unstoppable. And this team did all of this despite this fact. Look at the goal scorers for that season. They didn't even have a player in the top 5 of goals scored, top 5. And what did they do to that team? They now added Erling Haaland, literally the most prolific goal machine we have ever seen in the Premier League. And what happened? They won the league again. Fair enough. But notice something. Their points tally reduced and their goals scored reduced. So despite the fact they actually added a crazy goal scorer, they actually scored fewer goals as a team and won less points as a team. They did not improve as a team. And going back here, if you remember, that's why it was a controversy at the time because people were like, how can you be blaming Cristiano Ronaldo? Because again, yeah, Ronaldo scored 18, so he was good as an individual, but as a team, it did not benefit them. Another example, this same season, as you can see, Man City won the league. Quite all right, fair enough. Now look at who is down here in eighth. Eighth is Tottenham Hotspur. Eighth is not a good performance, right? Look at how many goals Tottenham Hotspur scored. 60 goals. That's poor. That's just not good. Literally, he scored just one goal more than Brentford. However, they freaking had Harry Kane that season scoring 30 goals, bruv. As you all know, this season Arsenal had no player that scored even double digits. Literally nobody reached 10 goals in the entire Arsenal team. Shameful. Terrible. Arsenal scored 69 goals. Man City scored 72. Just 3 goals more than Arsenal. And Arsenal scored more than Newcastle, that has the Godin and the Isak and the Tonali and all the people that you want. They scored more than Brentford, that had 2 players that basically scored 20 goals. They scored more than all of these teams that are apparently so amazing and whatever and have, killers up front. What does that tell you? The way the team is constructed is better placed. However, they obviously scored almost 20 goals fewer than Liverpool. Now let's look at that reason why, because a lot of people would look at that and the first thing you say is, no, it's because Liverpool have better goal scorers, and this is why sometimes I've said it, Arsenal need a striker, quite alright, but it's not just that, they need way much more than that, and here's why. This is a comparison of both Liverpool and Arsenal from this last season. As you can see, Liverpool scored 86, Arsenal scored 69, almost 20 goals more. Now, is that a case of you having better strikers? No, factually, this is not my opinion. Fact, this is what happened. Look at their conversion rate. If you don't understand, conversion rate is referring to the amount of chances that you score. And Liverpool's conversion rate is 18.3%. Meanwhile, Arsenal's conversion rate is 18.7%. What does that tell you? This is a fact. This is not my opinion. Arsenal actually score more of their chances than Liverpool do. So if Arsenal are scoring more of their chances than Liverpool are scoring, how come there is a 20 point or 20 goal gap between the two teams? Well, Liverpool are created 446 chances, while Arsenal created 373. 70 plus chances gap. Brother, if you have Thierry Henry or Eto'o up front and your team only gets 2 chances, I am going to beat you if I have Giroud up front, but my team creates 15 chances more often than not. That is genuinely just how it works. So what does this tell you? This is factual. This is not my opinion. Fact. This team is creating more chances. And because of that, they are scoring more goals, even though they are scoring a worse percentage of their chances. So if you now buy a striker who is not going to help you in your build-up, in your overall play, and because he doesn't even help you in all of that, that means your play, which is already struggling, is going to go down. What do you think is going to happen? It means your chances will actually probably reduce. And that means unless that person is freaking Messi, you're not going to score more goals. So that is why, the board, the manager, the whoever are also going to be looking at all of those kind of things. You can't just say, oh, this guy scored more. That's the end. This is not FIFA. This is not PES. This is not a video game. It doesn't work that way. And especially for someone like Gyökeres, who just, he's not a great passer. He's not a great dribbler. He's not a great at any of that. He's only just going to be there to score. So yeah, there might be a world where Gyökeres comes to Arsenal and scores 40 goals. But Arsenal as a team even score less goals. I've just showed you, it happens all the time. And in fact, let's look at the last 11 Golden Boot winners. Just 2016 Harry Kane, guess what? The Golden Boot winner, his team did not win the league. The next year, Salah, guess what? The Golden Boot winner, his team did not win the league. Aubameyang, Mane, Salah, their teams did not win the league. Jamie Vardy, his team did not win the league. Kane, his team did not win the league. Mo Salah and Son Heung-min, his team did not win the league. So, this is just a factual statement. More often than not, the people with the Golden Boots don't even win the league. So, it's not just, who scored the most goals? How can that be all you look at? This video is already too long.